Ooh, it's Thursday. It's a little after 6:30. I've already walked through the park, and it was busier than usual. Maybe everybody's coming back knowing that a week from now they'll probably be off eating turkey with family. But yeah, lots of bikers, runners, the whole thing. The sun's probably just peeking out now. I could see on some of the high rises towards the Hudson, the tops of them are starting to get some light. You could see the light bouncing in some of the windows. These are old school buildings too. Okay, I mentioned the skinny skyscrapers, the glass towers. They're there kind of like on 69th Street. Yeah, these are not them. These were probably built like in the 50s and 60s. Some much older, but those ones that are older aren't that high or tall. It's Thursday, so it's a week from Thanksgiving. We'll probably walk down to the museum tomorrow, the Natural History Museum. We'll probably walk over there tomorrow or Saturday, sometime this weekend, and just see if they've started to lay out all the balloons to be blown up for the Thanksgiving Day parade. I mean, I'm guessing it's probably going to happen on Sunday, Monday. And you get like a little before and after shot. I did get those black and white shots, the roll of film. I did get those back yesterday. I got the negatives and the scans. You know, expectations. They weren't as great as I had hoped they were. I think I was shooting on the high exposure side on purpose. I think I need to dial that down a little bit. I think I probably got 2 shots out of the 24, which, 9-10%. I'll add those 2 shots to the podcast player. I think they were both from Atlanta. I took a couple shots here in New York. I think both the 2 shots are taken in Atlanta. So I mentioned earlier about this idea of, like, for lack of a better word, virtual experience versus a lived experience. I was trying to tie it to, for me, a bunch of things, but specifically the recent government shutdown and the impact of the airlines and the hysteria that was caused, at least online, at least in the news, about all the cancellations and delays. And then I also remember, 15 years ago, 18 years ago, when the 1% in New York, that rally was going on down in Zuccotti Park. I remember walking down there or taking the train and walking down there and actually filming what I saw versus what I heard on TV or the radio in the news. Yeah, looking down the 77th, I don't see any kind of barricades out for the balloons yet. So maybe that is coming over the weekend, which I think ties to this idea of, like, just go do it. I mean, the tools that are available to us to just go out and do it ourselves and experience it firsthand is incredible. We could almost build anything today from our living room and a laptop or a phone even. So it got me down the rabbit hole of James Gibson and his it's called optic view array, where he's on a train. He's looking out. If he looks to the left where the train is going, everything is expanding in front of him. When he looks to the right, everything is concaving behind him. And I don't think you'd have that experience unless you were James Gibson on the actual train and experiencing that. And, he built a educational career off of that. Anyway, more on that on Sunday.